Congratulations, Mike.
Thanks, Mark.
You got jokes, or should we start with questions? I don't want to step on your punchline here.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Did you have any jokes tonight, or should we start with questions? I don't want
to go with questions.
All right. You said before the season you thought you were better this year. You weren't sure how much better. What do you know now? What did this weekend tell you about your team?
I'll get back to you. I'm not sure. We're better. Aluma has certainly helped tremendously, and just a year older and a year stronger. Mutz has contributed a lot. I thought Cordell Pimsel helped our team win tonight. I was very impressed with his play, and I was nervous. I was concerned about just how big and strong those guys are. Caleb Murphy at the point is a big young man at 6'3", and Durr's a house, and Yetna, I think, is his name. That's a team that could chip you up for 14, 15, 16 offensive rebounds, and they shoot 34 foul shots, and they can get you. But coming off of that thing last night, and just everything that went into it, the regulation and that botch play, getting to overtime and having to go again, certainly concerned about coming back and dialing it up again and playing South Florida. So we weren't great, not by any stretch, but pretty darn good, and proud of those guys and their quick turnaround and their preparation and coming over today and executing our stuff pretty well.
As you said, the danger was you could have run out of gas tonight, run out of emotion, and not followed up the big win with another win. What was kind of your message to the team today, and what helped them kind of sustain that for the weekend?
I don't have an elaborate answer for you other than, guys that are serious and guys that, understand what's on the line, and a level of maturity that is fun to see. I think Wabisa Beatty helps in that regard. I think, all of them have, an understanding of what it takes, and the preparation that goes into it. I turned them loose last night. They ate, tried to get them to bed as quickly as we could. We had two fairly lengthy film sessions, one this morning, one this afternoon, in preparation for the Bulls. And again, I thought they did a pretty good job of following through on that.
Mike, last November you had the big win over Michigan State, but they did not wind up kind of being a.
Sorry about that, Mark. You should be good now.
Sorry, Mike, last November you had the big win over Michigan State, but did not wind up being a winning season. Is this team set up any better to kind of sustain this and build upon this and have this not be just the highlight weekend of the season?
Yeah, I think so.
Because why?
Because that's how I feel. Who's next?
David Cunningham, you're unmuted.
Hey, Mike, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, David.
Hey, congrats on the win. Obviously, through 3 games, pretty impressive defensive performances, just against some really good offenses today. Another rebounding another game against a team that's really good at rebounding. Where did you guys improve the most in the offseason in terms of defense? Because it seemed like there was this just huge leap in terms of defensive not ability, but just strength. Team looks much stronger on defense this year.
I would attribute that to David Jackson, who I think is as good as there is in the business. I got a couple of things on my mind last night watching South Florida and Rhode Island. But I was taken aback watching South Florida play and just how big and rugged they were around the basket. And they gave URI some real difficulties. I think the statistic was South Florida missed 34 shots, and they rebounded 16 of those or 14 of those. They really moved well in transition. I thought we did a great job of getting our defense set, and we competed on the glass. We fought like crazy on the glass, and but you ask where have most of our improvements come. Pimsl's helped, bigger, stronger, older, been around, Big Ten kid, and all those guys that came back for another year. Just big, strong people and competitive folks, and that's a joy to see.
Mike, you guys shot 51% in the first half, 57% in the second half. What's your message been to these guys on offense? Just been it looks like you guys have been telling them just to take their time and be methodical and find the right shots.
Yeah, just we've got to play with a better pace. I think we were 14-14 assist turnover last night, 11-11 today. I don't like that. That will clear up as we move along. But searching for good shots, screening for one another is what we will always be about. Sharing, turning down a good shot for a great shot, and certainly here in the early going, 3 games in, they've done a nice job with that.
David Teal, you're unmuted.
Mike, 9 guys in double-figure minutes, 5 guys double-figure scoring. Is that the kind of depth you think you can sustain throughout the season?
Whew. Dave, it gets tricky in those games like last night.
Right.
It's nice to have an opportunity to develop a little depth. I really like Gasson. Physically, has a ways to go. He's come a long way in his short time with us. He's going to be a really good player. I had an opportunity to play him some tonight. Same with Bamasil and others. I would really like to play 10, 11 guys. I got Jalen Cone coming back, thank goodness, on Thursday.
Right.
So, that's another, maybe the best shooter in our program. And just to, what kind of a player he is. So he's back in the mix. Time will tell, but I love it. Dave, I played, I like playing 10 guys. I really do. We've got them paired up with Cardi and Wabisa at the point, and Hunter and Naheem and Boots and Tyrese Radford and Bamasil. So, we'll see in those tough ones when, those white knucklers. Time will tell.
You spent a good bit of time 2 seasons ago at Wofford in the polls in February and March. What would it mean if Virginia Tech is ranked tomorrow?
Dave, I'd be happy about that, but goodness gracious, with everything going on and 3 games in, don't get too fat and happy. You'll get a baseball bat across the kneecaps. You know that. Not in this business. You better keep your head down and keep chopping wood, and that's what we intend to do.
Chris Arvin, you're unmuted.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Chris.
Like you just said, you have Jalen Cone coming back Thursday. You have Ojiako potentially coming back. Did you learn anything new about your team this weekend, and how might you incorporate some of those new guys when you've had a really successful weekend?
The rotation early in seasons is always in flux. I mean, Chris, I can't tell you the number of times throughout my career I look at the box score in November, and kid has played 12 minutes and fairly middling numbers, and then look at a couple of box scores in February and his minutes are now at 30 and he scored 15, 16. That's still a work in progress. I am a little bit concerned about it. I am. I'm happy with the depth that we have and the quality that we have. but it's been typical through my coaching career. Those things shake themselves out, and I certainly think that that we'll find the same thing here with this team.
Okay, Mark Berman, last question for coaches for you.
Mike, you did not make a ton of 3-pointers tonight, but you did not need to make a ton of 3-pointers because just like last night, you got a ton of points in the paint. How encouraging is that to you? This weekend is kind of shown you can beat teams in different ways this year.
You know what, Mark? I'm really encouraged by that. I was more encouraged. I talked to our team about it this morning in film. I was more encouraged by last night. I forget how many total field goal attempts we had. I think it was in the 50s, but we were 10 of 20 from 3. So, we talk about it. Don't settle for 3. Don't settle for 3. We want to drive the ball and get fouled more this year. We made more foul shots than Villanova attempted. And, I don't know. I can't find it. They were 17 of 21. We were 15. Pretty good job at that part of it again tonight. So I'm excited about that, and something that we can point out and illustrate on film once we get back to Blacksburg.